and welcome to the Dojo Live recap show this Monday, January 15th, 2024. Not quite used to saying 24 yet. I still want to say 23. My name is Kim Lantis, and joining me is my co-host, America Guerrero.
Hey Kim, hello everybody, happy Monday.
Happy Monday, and welcome back this side of the pond, America, back in Cancun, no longer outside
The
of
side of
London.
the sun, finally.
That's right. So what do we do on the recap show? We talk about the shows we had here on Dojo Live the week prior as a way to incentivize you if you haven't seen them yet. And also to give you an idea of what we've got coming up this week as well. So last week we only had one show, but it was a super exciting show because we're kicking off a 5-part series with ProVision partners all about do more in 24, identifying how to take the next step or first step with AI, right? So kicking that off was David Chesler, president, and Andrea Main, who's the SVP of marketing at ProVision. It was a really great conversation as we dove into this idea of nearly every hospitality organization discussing the implementation of AI-powered technology in 2024 and kind of answering the question, is this AI revolution really needed? And if so, how can organizations best use the wide variety of tech available to help achieve their business goals, their objectives? What did you think of that show?
Well, you already mentioned what is going to be about this series with ProVision, but I really like when David started sharing about highlighting that AI has been around for years and discussed various AI variations, emphasizing the need for deploying it effectively across organizations, but as you said, Kim, align with the goals. So,
Yeah, I think
go ahead.
he was talking about how it's really nothing new, but kind of reinforcing what we've heard before on the show, this idea that AI is not going to be replacing people, rather enhancing them. But I think for me, the biggest takeaway is, yes, it is important and necessary to get on board with the AI revolution, not because the AI will be replacing us, but people who do AI better, right?
Exactly.
Or organizations who do AI better can be eating up a larger portion of that pie. So I think the answer is yes. Yes, we do need to get into that on board the AI revolution. But they also mentioned a terminology that I think is the first time that I've really heard this, and that was this idea of AI washing. And to me, the understanding was we don't want to do AI just for AI's sake, right?
Exactly.
We really want to have practical applications for your industry. In this particular case, we're focusing on hospitality industry and also just different business goals. I think that David mentioned in some cases, if we get on board with AI just for AI's sake, and it might actually do more harm, let's say, than good. His personal experience, I think, was with a chatbot at he didn't mention which one, but a very well-known and large hospitality organization. And his experience with the chatbot was less than stellar, right? I think he mentioned something about needing to actually book hotel rooms because of a loss and just, the struggle that chatbot kind of created. And so we want to make sure that what we do decide to do, we do well, and that it's going to kind of impact the business organization. We did touch a little bit, I think, on, how to go about choosing. And I think you mentioned that earlier, right? Just like, is it going to be generative AI? Is it natural language processing? Are we going to use large language models? What are we going to be doing with this? And kind of the question of, how you mentioned deployment as well. Is this going to be a build versus buy, something that we're going to do ourselves as an organization, or if we're going to, get a consultant on board like ProVision, or perhaps, a third party engineering partner. And so I think some of those questions are what's going to actually happen on the next segment as we dive deeper into the design-led thinking portion of this. I know the representative for ProVision is going to be Sally Kelly, and then we'll be joined by Sandra Vasquez of Ancora. So it'll be a really cool conversation. That's part 2. I think we mentioned this on the show, haven't mentioned it yet today, that 5-part series is going to be happening every other Thursday up until, I believe, March 7th. So the next one's scheduled for the 25th, all about design-led thinking for hospitality organizations. So join us then. 10 o'clock Pacific. And And I think the last thing I remember was David's acronym about bank. Well, it's not his acronym, right? He did borrow this one.
Budget, authority, need, and knowledge. Am I
That's
right?
right. Exactly. Ding, 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 ding.
Ding, ding, ding,
The
ding.
budget, authority, need, and knowledge. So when we are an organization looking to take that step with AI, those are a couple of the questions that we also want to have answered. Do we have the money for it? Who's going to take the ownership over it? Do we really need it? And then I think also re-hitting on that deployment portion of the knowledge, right? How are we going to get it done? And so really, really great show to kick us off. We're really excited about rolling this out as we deep dive further in each one of those steps throughout the next few weeks. This week, we've got one show coming up on Dojo Live, potentially two. Wednesday's show is still to be confirmed, but join us tomorrow at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific as we speak with Dana Lay, who's the CEO and founder of Wander Health. And the topic for the show is going to be the tech opportunity between healthcare and travel, and really showing you how you can find a reputable non-emergency healthcare service when traveling to a different country. So it's going to be a really cool intersection, I think, of health tech and travel tech on tomorrow's show. So,
There must be an alignment. So yes,
nobody
looking
wants
forward
to
to the conversation.
need healthcare when you're traveling, but it happens.
Mhm.
It happens.
It happened.
All right, perfect. So, well, see you tomorrow, everyone, and have a great week. Bye for now.
Bye.